gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I am the Fuzz, and I hope to entertain you. So we're going to do another deck profile. This one is not so much suggested, but I was inspired to try this deck by Elich, another one of our fellow streamers who tends to stream for extremely long periods of time. He's just that badass. Anyways, so I played against him when he ran this deck, and I was intrigued by it, and I thought, you know what? We're going to try this out, and we're going to see how it works. And interestingly, when I designed this deck, Elich himself made changes, and actually, what he came up with was almost exactly what I had, with some slight changes, but not really any major ones. Anyways, what I'm going to show you is, you could think of it as a template. You know, these are the cards you want to work with. I'll go over each of them, and then we'll talk about how you can kind of tweak it a little bit depending on the scenario that you're in. So anyways, let's kick it off with the cards. So we've got the Disquisitive Spirit. That's one of the creatures. There's actually 20 creatures and 20 spells in this version, but you can add or subtract. Anyways, this card was chosen because the other option would have been the Infected Survivor, but the Infected Survivor does not have flying, and that was ultimately the factor that made me choose this card, because since it's on the back row, it's a lot harder to attack it, and combined with Consume Spirit, it has an easier time controlling the board. And I think drawing a card is more useful than summoning a Zombie Legionnaire, since you're not really going to be spawning zombies, and one Zombie Legionnaire isn't going to do anything. If you want Zombie Legionnaires, you go all-you-can-eat buffet Zombie Legionnaire. So that's why Mr. Spirit is in. Mr. Library Guard, so it should be pretty obvious. It's just a solid creature. More card draw, which is always good. And the body, you know, good enough. So, good old Library Guards. Then we got Mesmerizing Spirit. This is actually the creature that Elich ended up adding instead of Ancient Wisdom, which is whereas I included this creature immediately. I didn't like Ancient Wisdom because you already have so much card draw. You've got spirits, you've got the Library Guards, and your hero power. So this creature does very well for you by not only getting value from discarding your opponent's hand, but also it's a flyer, which is really good. There's actually a lot of flyers in this deck. With the exception of Library Guards, everything is flying. And that's actually important because against decks like Elves, they can't kill your creatures, and you can use something like Consume Spirit to kill their stuff and then get a big attacker. So Mr. Mesmerizing Spirit does work in this case. Next up, Blood Witch Harpy. So again, basically, if you aren't running a Restless Tombs, Spam Ham Zombie Crazy Madness, you run Harpy, because it takes care of a lot of crap. It deals with the Incarnates, you know, the annoying ones. It takes care of aggro pretty well. It is a flyer with a reasonable body, so it does the job pretty well. Sometimes you end up sacking your own spirits, but that's fine, since you just draw a card anyway. So, great card. You should always try to draw it when you're up against aggro. And finally, Succubus. This is kind of your heavy hitter. She steals 3 life immediately and is a pretty large, you know, decently sized body on the back row as well with flying. So usually you'll end up winning by playing enough of these and stealing too much life. Or maybe she'll just be hitting face, whatever. So that's the creatures. Next up, the spells. New Horizons. So New Horizons is interesting in this deck because normally you just play to ramp. Well, in this deck you don't actually ramp so much. But the reason Horizons is good for you is because later in the game, you will still be adding corruption aspects because it makes your Consume Spirit stronger and your Word of Pain stronger, and both of those are important. And sometimes if you're up against another control deck, you might hold your Words of Pain until you build up a big, you know, a lot of corruption levels, and then you just drain all their life. So it's never really a dead card. And sometimes you'll just consume for 4 because that's what you have to do. So New Horizons works pretty well. It's nice to open with this because then you can go straight for Library Guards or Harpy right after. So that's really nice. For Flash Freeze, just removal, and 2 Flash Freezes means you can take care of anything. 1 mana deal 1 damage is also reasonable to deal with like early goblins and stuff like that. Next up, 4 Noxious Fumes should be pretty obvious. It's a staple corruption card, takes care of most early game for just 1 mana, very efficient card. Or you can just stack 2 of them to kill a 4 health creature, or you can stack this with Flash Freeze to essentially kill a 3 health creature. Word of Pain, so this says your other source of drain, very handy against aggro, especially even if you steal like 2 life against them, it will keep you alive really, really well. And against the control decks, you can build up your corruption levels to steal like 4 life or 5 life. So it's a nice card. It works well. And lastly, Consume Spirit, the other big removal card. It's just too good not to play, really. Even though you're not mono corruption, you will often have like 3 corruption levels anyways. And with 3 corruption levels, you can kill most creatures in the game and give your guy plus 3/3 for a big damage swing. So very, very powerful card. As far as the shrines, we've got 2 Sanctums of the Void. This card is just too strong not to run, honestly. And my current setup has 8 Wisdom and 10 Corruption. You can tweak this as you want. There's a lot more black cards, corruption cards. But you do want to open horizons, so depending on how you feel, you could just make it 9 and 9 or 10 and 8 in favor of Wisdom instead. No other skill trend. So now let's talk about the hero himself. Normally, in this kind of deck, you would expect to see advanced Nephiros. But the idea with basic Daris is flexibility. Drawing a card is always good. Whereas the resurrecting creature that died thing is sometimes useful, sometimes it doesn't do anything. In a top deck war, being able to draw that extra card is really important. Or really anytime you're not doing anything else. If you're playing against a control deck, like a 1-turn heal or something, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1-turn heal. The one that tries to reflector you to death. You just spend your time drawing extra cards until you get all of your life drain and you try to counteract their efforts. So it's flexibility versus straight up power, if you will. And I actually like this guy pretty well because he gives you options against every deck. Now, I was saying earlier, this was the template. The original deck I had was this, but it also ran Force Mage Protectors, and I took off 1 Succubus, 1 Flash Freeze, and 1 Consume Spirit. So, if you want to modify this deck a little bit, things you can add are the Protector, because he's very handy against Rage mostly. It's mostly what he does, but he is very effective there because he can soak up 2 hits from their stuff. So if you're facing a lot of Rage, or if you're struggling with them, Protector is a good addition to your deck. And what can you take out? Well, basically the same thing. You can take out 1 Flash Freeze, or maybe even 2 Flash Freezes. You could cut 1 Consume, maybe a Disquisitive Spirit, or 1 Succubus. Like, one less card of a few of these to add something else. Another card, which you can run if you want, is the Reanimate. Essentially, this gives you additional Succubus triggers. Occasionally, you might bring back Mesmerizing Spirits. If your opponent has 1 card and you want to just keep his options down, you bring that back. Bring back a Library Guards for a card draw. Blood Witch Harpy if you're struggling with like Incarnates or something. So it's a good flexible card. Maybe 2 of these in your deck will be fine. I probably, if you are going to use this, I wouldn't take out any creatures for it because you don't want to run too few creatures. So probably would take out like 1 Flash Freeze and maybe 1 Consume Spirit and put in 2 Reanimates. Something like that. One card I thought about but chose not to add, Infernal Tribute, simply because it looks really powerful. The problem is you almost never have double corruption. You either start with blue or you get blue immediately, because the only thing you need double corruption for is Succubus, but you don't play that early on anyway. So if you have to wait till 3 aspects, you have to have 3 aspects and 5 mana to play this card, which makes it very, very expensive. And honestly, Sanctum of the Void takes care of removal pretty well for the most part. So I don't think it's necessary, but it is an option if you're finding yourself, in control games where you just can't deal with too many big threats. Infernal Tribute will help you up with that as well. Otherwise, Necromantic Cult is the last card which I considered. It's really interesting and can be really powerful, But if you want to run Necromantic Cult, you have to also include Plague Vermin because the synergy is just too good. And if you're doing that, well, you might as well run Flesh Sculptor. But the thing is, if you're doing all this, you're kind of running a different kind of deck, and you probably would have to take out a lot of things. I'm guessing things like Word of Pain would suffer, probably Horizons would suffer. It would essentially be a different kind of deck. Necromantic Cult is a strong card, don't get me wrong, but it takes some work to get going, whereas Succubus, you just play and immediately get value. You get the 3 life. So that's what kind of turned me away from the cult, but it's not to be underestimated either. And other than that, there's not much else that came to mind. I briefly considered Tombs of the Damned, but it has bad synergy with Harpy, and the extra zombies don't end up really doing all that much for you. It's not a terrible idea, because if your opponent has Sanctum of the Void, then having extra zombies can mean, basically gives you fodder for that. And with Harpy, you can kind of ramp yourself. It's again, it's not great, but if you want to throw one in just for kicks, yeah, you could do it. And that's really it. Other creatures you could run, again, if you want to run Flesh Sculptor and all that stuff, it would be kind of a different deck. Not really what this deck is trying to do. And it's for the same reason that Haunted doesn't get run, because the one extra zombie, you'd rather just draw the card than get that one extra zombie. But it's not a terrible thing if you want to try it out. And again, you could use this in lieu of Tombs, but the problem is always going to be the same. Your Harpy will end up killing that zombie Legionnaire. So that's how it is, unfortunately. Anyways, that's it for the profile. Experiment with it as you see fit. I'm going to certainly be doing that, trying to figure out the optimal build. I just showed you this one with the 10 cards, 4 of everything, because I consider this to be the template. You work from here, and then you modify it a little bit depending on the meta, depending on what you're struggling with. So again, Force Mage Protector against Rage, or you can run the Cult if you want to do the whole Plague Vermin thing. Otherwise, you can also run Reanimate. So it's really just between Reanimate and Protector, if you want to have a more creature-based experience, so to speak. Anyways, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoy these games, and I'll see you guys next time. Madnuff Jew. What a great name. Well, we got Sanctum, so if this is a mirror match, Sanctum will be good. We're going to have to play the super value game, basically. Okay. We'll send back the Flash Freeze. And we get nothing. All is not lost. We could still get blue. We better get blue or we're going to be in trouble. Blue. Wow, again. What's with these draws? Come on, give me a blue shrine. I'm not asking for that much. Yeah, I think it's a mirror match. Thank you. Actually, I don't think I want to spark here. Oh, he has Sanctum too now. Okay. It is a mirror match. Whoa. Already with the Succubus. Well, let's go for the greedy value here. There we go. There we go. All the greed in the world. Oh, wow. He has Cult. Cult of Personality. Okay, you can have that. I mean, we've got Consume, so it's not a big deal. Oh, Succubus. Let's get on that train. So what's different about our decks? I wonder. Maybe he doesn't have Word of Pain. Okay, I guess. Fair enough. Oh, he doesn't use it. Oh, he just draws a card. Sure thing, buddy. I think I might just do the same thing, actually. 6 mana. Let's set up that Consume. 2 Consumes. Luxurious. So he's ahead 1 Cult. Damn it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, he has Reanimate as well. That's another card I don't have. So what does he not have then? Well, we gotta kill these dudes. Okay. Cleared that out. I got Succubites to death. But we've got Word of Pain, so we can kind of counteract that. It is a mirror match. So what is he not running that I'm running? Maybe Disquisitive Spirit. Another Succubus? He's drawn 3 already. Come on. Doesn't seem fair to me. Oh, come on. Let's see how you like getting discarded. Another Word of Pain, okay. That's good. It's a pure value war. Damn it. I'm gonna have to Word of Pain now to survive. Jesus, another one. And I just lose now. Alright, Bazarian. Challenge me, please. So the problem with this guy is gonna be that stupid silencer. And how soon can he get to it? Oh, it's Douchelet Incarnate. Isn't that charming? Nah, we gotta kill it. That shit's dangerous. Okay. Just get the damage going here quickly. What, Flash Freeze? Sure, I guess. The Corruption Sacrifice Shrine is very powerful indeed. I don't think I'm even gonna... no, he has Titans, so we probably want that. The Sanctum is a tremendously powerful card. So what's he playing next? He's some time away before he can play something really lame. There's the lamp. Oh, dude. Weak. Weak sauce. Oh, that's super weak. Wow, that's actually really lame. Ah, come on. Maybe I should put the shrine back in, because this missing divine offerings doesn't happen often, but it's always really lame when it does. Now, that's why you see me divine offer so often, because I want to make sure that, you know, even after I've played a shrine, if I miss a divine offering after, I just lose a card, I don't lose the mana. But here, I would have had such a strong play if I didn't lose it. Oh, shit. We're going to Lamp City here. Please, no more missed divine offerings. Thank you so much. Gotta beat his face in here. He can't play Silencer yet, I don't think. He can't heal, so that's good. Okay, let's play... Nah, we'll wait. No, I don't have gnomes. Gnomes don't do anything. Wonder if he has flash freeze. But I have to try. Okay. Sex abuse. That's good. We gotta start calculating a lethal here. I have 4 on board. If I play that, that's 8, 5. I can't kill him yet. But soon. He can't kill me with lamps alone. He's spending too much mana. Play this to stop that frozen lamp, because the freeze actually does stay on the lamp. We checked that already. Lamp is still frozen. I think the big problem Bazarian is having, he just has no removal. Like, I guess he can play Titan, that's about his only chance, but he can't shock everything. He can shock 2 things, but then he's not doing anything else. And then whatever he leaves alive is gonna kill him. The Jinn. Okay. So he can block 1 thing. And 1 thing only. I don't think he can possibly do anything here. If I just do this, his lamps can't block that. Yeah, okay. Lamp being 2-speed is a big difference. Who knew? Alright, we beat up Bazarian. He wants to play me again. Fight! I feel like the issue with that kind of deck is that you're very, very reliant on drawing your ramp, right? Now, if you get New Horizons turn 2 and like 3, you're in great shape because you can drop a... You can drop the silencer very early, and once you drop one silencer, and then, you know, they just stop being able to do anything. What's the thing about what I do here? Horizons is fine, actually. Okay. We're gonna set up to clear his board here, hopefully. Or not. That sucks. Okay. I gotta go for the big consume. Actually, nah, fuck that. Okay, we managed to clean 2 of his things, but we're taking a lot of damage. Harpy would just completely send him off here, just killing his guy pretty well. Can't always draw it though. It's a 6/6 now. Yeah, we're gonna need Harpy here, I think. Do we? We got second Consume Spirit. That might be enough, actually. For... yeah, that's actually enough. Actually, we just consume both. I kind of want to draw the card, though. Yeah, we gotta clear this up while we get a chance. Maybe I'll draw something to play for 2. Nope. Word of Pain it is. Yeah, there is that miss. But we played a Shrine for the turn already, so it's not as bad. I said not as bad. There's no beds here. Oh, it's Shitty Titan. Cool. I was always wanted one of those for Christmas. If I draw Sanctum, we're going to be in great shape. Sanctum! Bollocks. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk here. I need the Sanctum. I need to draw it sooner or later. Yeah, he's gonna shock this, hit me for maybe like 6, but not much I can do right now. Uh-oh. It's a good thing hero powers are immune to Silencer, because it would be lame otherwise. Yeah, we're gonna take some damages here. We basically need Sanctum here. We gotta have a couple chances to draw it. 2 draws and a Divine Offer, so like the top 7 cards. And we already Divine Offered like 3 times. Shit. Come on. Wow, that sucks. I guess I lose, right? Yeah, pretty much. He has enough to shock 2 things, so yeah. No Sanctum, unfortunately. I could have killed the Titan earlier. I guess I was slightly YOLOing there. Also, hi, Crip. Your presence always brightens my day. Oh, geez. Summoner Druid? Don't tell me it's Summoner Druid. Oh, okay. I can forgive that. It's much harder to forgive a Summoner Druid. I have not yet been on the receiving end of my all-time favorite opening, which is turn 1, Summoner Druid, Spark, Summoner Druid. Turn 2, level, L Scout, ability, Haldiri Rider. It's pretty fair, right? Oh my god, it's glorious. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. We get to kill all this shit. That's amazing. Kill all this shit. Oh, he had all the Titans. But the future Titans will be 3/3s, which I can handle. Okay, give me Harpy. Give me Harpy. That's not Harpy. What the hell? Hey, did the video come through, by the way? Oh my god, give me a creature right now. Well, that sucks ass, but it's gonna have to happen. At least I drew a card. So, that could have been a lot worse, but come on. Can I draw a creature? Like, I've drawn only this. Give me like a Library Guards or something. I hope the downloads went well for you, Arcadinator. I'm sure by now, Cripple's already taken. Wait, doesn't Criparian spell his with 2 Ks? With 2 Ps, I mean? I thought he did. Okay, we got a creature. That's good. No, we got 2 creatures. Anyways. But it is what it is. And oh my god, why does he have this card? He's gonna hide it too, isn't he? Ah, it's this bullshit again. Luckily, we have some answers to that. I can kind of race him with my drain power. So I won't die to the double Haldiri bullshit combo. Probably, I mean. Probably I won't die to it. I mean, I'll happily replay a Succubus. He can't bring them out yet, so that's fine. Yeah, I have no problem replaying a Succubus. I feel like he's running my version, actually, because nobody runs Death Trap except me in Hermelian. And Landslide, nobody runs that either. So he's got 6 here. I gotta be very careful here. It's very easy to die. Harpy, luckily, is a good deterrent. Damn. That's actually pretty bad. Fine. I have to play Harpy, right? Or I lose. Succubus. Actually, how much damage does he have? That's 8. I mean, okay, it's 4, 6. That's 22 running damage right now. I'm gonna drain another 5, so I have 26. I'm dead to 5 damage. Double. I'd rather play it safe, I think. Oh, you released them already? What? Why, though? You can't block. Well, I'm definitely playing Harpy now. And the second harpy as well. Because this reduces his damage by a lot. He probably can't kill me. No, I don't think there's any way he can kill me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Haldir is going face for sure. Yep. Okay, he could have tricks. Let's force them out. See if we can get that 4 damage to connect. He played AK Wonder's triple aspect control deck and it was a mess. Yeah. I feel like ECOP won because he didn't really experiment too much. He just played decent decks that work well, and there you go. Whereas some guys like Hot Form were really messing around. Okay, he does have a trick. Does he have a second trick? Oh, he has 2 tricks. Okay, that's fine, because that means he can't use it on his turn, and he can't bring out that elf. Let's bring out Succubus. Okay, we should win now. Lancelot would be pretty good, actually. No, because I just kill him with Drain. Yeah, using those 2... Oh, shit. I'm eating a lot of damage right now. Well, I'm eating 16 damage. If he saved 1 Outbreak... If he saved 1 Ambush Strike, I would be dead right now. Yeah. I'd be dead. He wasted them, definitely. So that could have been bad. Wouldn't have been missed lethal, but it would have, you know, helped a lot. No way, it would have been lethal. I don't know. It probably would have been a lot better.